Because at the end of the day, even if we are saying that yes, this man in question, I'm referring now to the sole administrator. If the sole administrator in question, these were not part of what he was sent here to do. But it's also important for us to also in emphasizing on that, which is also important for us not to, because we are saying he is not supposed to do some of the things he's doing, we don't benefit as a people from it, especially when our state resources is what is being spent on it. Okay. So in as much as we are saying and we are insisting on the fact that, see, you have job specification, this may not be part of it, but however, you're using our money to do it, we accept it, we are going to participate in it because it's going to also help our society. Because whether you like it or not, no matter how much we shout and cry, Mr. President is not willing to stop whatever he is doing in Rivers State.
All right, so I don't want to derail the conversation, which means I will not dwell on this for too long. But I'm glad you're a legal practitioner. Let's say, for example, that I see you in the morning and you don't greet me. Or let's say you insult me. No, let's work with you don't greet me. Which some might say is a character problem, right? And because you don't greet me, I pull out a gun and shoot one of your legs. How would you describe that? Would you say that happened because you didn't greet me? That is a behavior problem?
No. At that point, you would attribute it to character.
The entire blame is with me, the shooter, not with you.
No. You're not. I'm not putting the blame only on the shooter or on the victim at this particular point. No. Why I'm saying that it's a character problem is because if you have a good character and even the victim has a good character, we won't find ourselves in that situation. Okay. And that's exactly the situation we are finding ourselves today. So see, let me tell you, when you look at everything, sit down sometimes or just stay in a high and look at our roads and how we drive on the road. Look at our reaction to things, even on social media. Look at our reactions to issues. It tells you that a lot has to be done. Okay. It tells you a lot has to be done. So see, that's why I keep saying that I'm excited about this. Because I wish it could be expanded to capture as many persons as possible. You know, one very important thing is not just about the training, but the recipients of the training. Because at the end of the day, we may conclude this training and not get the needed result. But I am being optimistic with the fact that the ministry would be able to do what is right in the circumstance and give us the best from it, which from what we see and from the steps they have taken. Of course, you need to start with the good idea. Once you get the good idea, the next thing is implementation of that particular good idea. So we are believing strongly that the implementation wouldn't be much of a challenge, especially if you look at the pedigree of the current permanent secretary of the Ministry of Youth. She has come up with lots of laudable programs recently within the Ministry of Youth, and especially the recent involvement with the Bole Festival and other. We have had governments not being involved or support young people. A lot of young entrepreneurs not having access to loans and all that. But from what I hear, after this particular training, there is actually some amount of money kept aside for loans and all that, which is very important. Now, we also have, I think they also have a plan for already skilled people to also access loans to assist them in pushing whatever skill they have actually, or trade they have actually learned in the circumstance. See, an economy that is only government-driven cannot do well and cannot go far. We should always have a situation where we have private sector-driven economy. Because if everybody is waiting to get contract and jobs from the government, how many persons can the government give contracts? How many persons can the government give jobs? How then do we boost our economy? So we must create the environment. Government's duty should be to create an environment for sustainable development by what? These kinds of trainings, this kind of engagement that we are seeing right now. That's why I said that it seems we are now trying to get things right at this point.
All right. Let's take some calls. It's important that you are a part of this conversation. 08179230002. Do you believe government training programs actually lead to some form of reformation? How will this program translate to solutions? Questions begging answers. 08179230002. 08179230003. WhatsApp is 08090341873. 06 416. Please turn off your radio as you call. Now we're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Obed seems to be my first call, which I'll be taking in a bit. Let's see. Okay, Obed is through. Obed calls from Mother George. Hello, Obed. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Sam.
Good evening.
And good evening to your guest.
Good evening.
Mr. Sam, I think anything that has to do with government is all politicized. You understand? You can't take away that fact. But I pray that our youth, at least, we have some kind of artisanal change. Because what is happening today in Nigeria, if we have youth that are mentally sound to be able to, face the challenges that are bedeviled us, all this will be brought to be put to rest. The crisis we are having today in Nigeria. So anything that has to do with government, Mr. Sam, always politics. It's going to be selective. It's going to